Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the English Conversation Podcast. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Daniel. It is great to see you all again. Thanks for clicking on this video.
Yes, we are very happy you are here to practice with us. Before we begin, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow.
Okay, Sarah, let's jump into it. How is your week going?
It's going well. Busy, as usual. What about you? What did you do yesterday afternoon?
Ugh, don't ask. I had a very boring afternoon. I had to do some serious adulting tasks.
Adulting? Oh no, that never sounds fun. What did you have to do?
I had to run errands. I went to the post office, and then I had to go to the bank.
Ah, the bank.
Honestly, Sarah, can I tell you a secret? I hate going to the bank.
Really? Why? You are a native English speaker, Daniel.
I know, but it still makes me nervous. It's always so quiet in there. Everyone looks very serious. And because we are talking about my money, I feel like I have to use very formal, perfect language. I am always afraid I will make a mistake.
That actually makes a lot of sense. Money is a serious topic. And you know, Daniel, if going to the bank is intimidating for you, imagine how scary it feels for our listeners who are learning English as a second language.
Exactly. It's a high-pressure situation. You don't want to accidentally send your money to the wrong place because you used the wrong word.
Well, that is exactly why we are making today's video. We want to stop the nervousness. Today, we are going to teach you the essential vocabulary and phrases you need to handle your money confidently at the bank.
That sounds perfect. Let's cash in on some knowledge.
Oh, terrible joke, Daniel. Let's begin. Okay, Daniel, let's start right at the beginning. You walk through the front doors of the bank. It's quiet. Who is the first person you usually talk to?
You usually walk up to the counter to speak to a teller.
A teller. That is an important word.
Yes, the bank teller is the employee who helps you with everyday tasks, like moving your money around or answering basic questions. They are usually standing behind glass windows.
Right. But what if I'm completely new to the bank? I don't have any money there yet.
In that case, you need to open an account. You would walk up to the teller and say, "Hello, I'd like to open a new account, please."
That sounds simple enough. But then the teller is going to ask a difficult question. What kind of account do you want?
That is the big question. In English, there are two main types of personal accounts you need to know.
The first one is a checking account.
Right. Think of a checking account as your everyday money. This is where your salary goes. It's the money you use to pay bills, buy groceries, or get coffee.
Exactly. You usually get a debit card connected to this account so you can spend the money easily and quickly.
And what is the second type?
The second type is a savings account.
This one is different. A savings account is for holding money for a long time. Maybe you're saving for a vacation or a new car or emergencies. You do not touch this money every day.
And the best part about a savings account is that it usually earns interest.
Ooh, interest. That is my favorite word.
It's a good word. Interest is when the bank pays you a little bit of money just for keeping your cash in their bank.
So a checking account is for spending today. A savings account is for saving for tomorrow.
Perfect. So your account is open. Now, how do we actually move the money around?
Right, so I have opened my new checking account, but currently it has $0 in it. How do I put money inside?
Good question. The verb for putting money into an account is to deposit.
Deposit. Okay. So if I have my paycheck or maybe some cash from a birthday present, I deposit it. How do I do that physically?
You take the cash or checks to the teller. Often you have to fill out a small piece of paper called a deposit slip. You write your account number on it and write down how much money you are giving them.
Okay, deposit slip. Got it. Now, what is the opposite? What if it's Friday night and I need cash for pizza? How do I take money out?
The verb for taking money out is to withdraw.
Withdraw. That is a little harder to pronounce. Withdraw.
It's a tricky one. You can go to the teller and say, I would like to withdraw $50 from my checking account, please.
Honestly, Sarah, do you ever actually go inside the bank to withdraw cash?
Almost never. It takes too long. I prefer to use the ATM.
The automated teller machine.
Exactly. The machine outside the bank. It is much faster. You just insert your debit card, type in your secret PIN code, and select Withdraw Cash.
See, I am the opposite. I use the ATM to get cash out, but if I need to deposit a large check, I always go inside to the human teller.
Really? Why don't you just put the check in the ATM?
I don't trust the machine with big amounts of money. I want a real person to take it, confirm the amount, and give me a stamped paper receipt. It makes me feel safer.
That makes sense. If you are nervous about mistakes, the human teller is always better.
Speaking of annoying mistakes, we have to talk about the worst part of banking.
Oh no, I think I know what you mean. Okay, we know how to move money, but now we have to talk about the annoying parts of banking.
Ugh, I know exactly what you mean. Fees.
Yes, a fee is extra money that the bank charges you. Sometimes it is for a service, and sometimes it is a penalty for making a mistake.
The most common one is an ATM fee. If my bank is Bank A, but I use the ATM for Bank B, the machine might charge me $3 or $4 just to get my own cash.
I hate those fees. I always try to find my own bank's ATM to avoid them. But what about the more serious fees? What happens if you spend money you don't actually have?
Ah, that is the worst one. That is called an overdraft fee.
Overdraft? Can you explain that?
Sure. Imagine I only have $10 left in my checking account, but I go to a store and buy a new shirt for $30 using my debit card. The bank might let the payment go through, but because I went over my limit, they charge me a huge penalty fee, sometimes $35.
That is terrible. So you bought a $30 shirt, but it actually cost you $65 because of the fee?
Exactly. So, Sarah, how do I avoid overdraft fees?
You need to know exactly how much money you have at all times. The total amount of money in your account right now is called your balance.
Balance. Okay. So, if I'm standing in front of the teller, what is the polite way to ask for that number?
You can just say, "Excuse me, I'd like to check my balance, please."
I'd like to check my balance. That is a very useful phrase. Okay, Sarah, final scenario. This is a true emergency.
Okay, what is it?
I'm at a restaurant, I finish dinner, I reach for my wallet to pay, and it's gone. My debit card is missing. What do I do?
Don't panic, but you must act fast. You need to call your bank immediately to report a lost or stolen card.
Okay, lost means I probably dropped it. Stolen means a thief took it.
Right. You call the bank's emergency number and say, "Hello, I need to report a stolen debit card." They will immediately freeze the account so nobody else can spend your money.
That is definitely a situation where you need to feel confident speaking English on the phone.
Absolutely. Well, we have covered a lot of serious vocabulary today. I think it is time to review. We have mentioned a lot of specific words today. Banking English is funny because we almost never use these words in normal life, right?
That's very true. You never talk about your balance when buying groceries. These are special words just for the finance world.
Exactly. So let's take a moment to review the big six definitions from today's episode to make sure everyone understands.
Sounds good. Let's start with the people. The word was teller.
A teller is the bank employee who works behind the counter. They are the person you talk to face when you go inside the bank.
Right. Next, let's look at the two main verbs for moving money. The first one is deposit.
To deposit means to put money into your account. You deposit your salary, or you deposit a check.
And the opposite verb is withdraw.
To withdraw means to take money out of your account. You withdraw cash from the ATM to buy pizza.
Okay. The next word is crucial for knowing how much money you actually have. Balance.
Your balance is the total exact amount of money in your account at this moment. You should always check your balance before buying something expensive.
Definitely. Next, we have my favorite word, interest.
Interest is money that the bank pays you just for keeping your money in a savings account. It is free money.
But finally, we have the opposite of free money, the worst word of the day, fee.
A fee is an extra charge that you have to pay the bank. Sometimes it is for a service, but often it is a penalty for making a mistake, like an overdraft fee.
Teller, deposit, withdraw, balance, interest, and fee.
If you know those 6 words, you can handle almost any basic situation at the bank.
Wow, Sarah, we covered a lot of ground today. My head is spinning a little bit with all these financial terms.
I know, it is a lot of information. Banking is complicated. Let's quickly summarize the journey we took today so everyone can remember the steps.
Good idea. We started right at the beginning, opening an account.
Right. We learned the difference between a checking account for everyday spending and a savings account for keeping money long-term to earn interest.
Then we talked about moving money. We learned that to put money in is to deposit, and to take money out is to withdraw.
And we discussed the 2 ways to do that, visiting the human teller inside the bank or using the fast electronic ATM outside.
And finally, we talked about problems. We learned that you must always check your balance so you don't spend more money than you have.
Exactly. Because if you spend too much, you might get hit with a nasty overdraft fee. Nobody wants that.
You know, Sarah, I think the most important thing to remember is that bank tellers are there to help you.
That is very true.
Even if you are nervous because English is not your first language, don't be afraid. You can always say to the teller, "I am sorry, English is not my first language. Could you please speak slowly?"
That is excellent advice, Daniel. Most tellers will be happy to slow down and help you understand. Never be afraid to ask for help when it comes to your money.
I feel a little more confident about going to the bank now.
Me too. I think we are ready to wrap up. Now it is your turn. We want to hear from you. We have our question of the day for our listeners.
Today's question is about how you like to spend your money.
Yes, the question is, do you prefer using cash or cards for your daily shopping?
And a bonus question, is banking complicated in your country, or is it simple?
Please tell us in the comments below. Try to use some of the vocabulary from today's episode. You can tell us if you like using the ATM or if you hate fees.
We love reading your comments. It is the best way to practice writing in English. Don't worry about being perfect. Just try to express your ideas.
We are all learning together here. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, The English Conversation Podcast.
It really helps us out, and it lets us know you want more practical videos like this one.
Thank you so much for practicing with us today. You are doing great work.
Keep practicing, be confident with your money, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.